This 80-year-old man was arrested for shoplifting. He stands before the judge, and the judge asks him, "Did you steal that can of peaches?" "Yes, Your Honor, I did." And the judge says, "How many peaches were in that can?" "6, Your Honor." And the judge says, "Because of that, you'll now spend 6 days in jail." He ready to hit the gavel to close the case, and the wife says, the elderly woman, "Can I add something, Your Honor?" And the judge says, "Go ahead." And she says, "He also stole a can of peas." Poor guy. Today we begin our season of Advent. Advent is a time of preparation, waiting, hope, and renewal. A time of prayer, a time of change, and not a time of pointing fingers. Waiting and hoping does not mean doing nothing. It means reflecting, staying awake, and being watchful. Today's gospel proclaims there will be signs. Be on guard. Pray constantly. Signs, and be vigilant at all times. Pray constantly for what? Listen carefully to this following story. Tom Anderson of New Jersey rented an ocean home for a 2-week vacation with his wife. Before driving to the beach with his wife, Tom made a solemn promise to himself that for the next 2 weeks, he would be the kind of husband that he knew he could and should be. And so began their 2-week vacation. For 2 weeks, Tom made no phone calls to the office, returned no emails, didn't even check any messages, nothing. For 2 weeks, Tom held his tongue in check when tempted to say something unkind. For 2 weeks, Tom was thoughtful. For 2 weeks, he was loving and caring. Only one thing went wrong the entire vacation, and that happened on the last evening. Tom noticed his wife staring at him with a deeply concerned expression on her face. He looked at her and said, "Honey, what in the world is wrong?" Tears started rolling down her cheeks, and she said, "Tom, do you know something I don't know?" And he said, "Well, what do you mean?" "Well," she said, 2 weeks ago, I went to the doctor for a checkup. And since then, you've been so kind to me, Tom. Since then, you've been so loving, caring, being everything I would want you to be." So she said, "Please, Tom, tell me the truth. Did he tell you something about me? Did he say that I had cancer? Did he say I'm going to die? Is that why you've been so good to me, Tom? Please tell me the truth." It took a full minute for her remarks to sink in. Then Tom broke into a great laugh. Throwing his arms around his wife, he said, "No, honey, you're not going to die. I'm just starting to live." This story dramatizes our Lord's message to us on this first Sunday of Advent. Jesus urges us to start living. He's urging us to quit putting things off. He's urging us to be on our guard against letting our life slip away, now doing those things we could be doing. Advent means more than preparing for the birth of a child into the world. Advent means instead the coming of the real Christ in our lives. Be alert, for no one can go back and start a new beginning. But starting today, we can make a new ending with the help and grace of God.